Good evening, students. This is the last lecture of Unit 1. All the basics of programming in Python we have already discussed. Today we will discuss about how exception handling can be done in Python. Okay. This is the last lecture of the series of business analytics using Python for Unit 1. Okay. If you have any doubt till first unit, you can ask me. If you have any problem while doing the programming or writing the program or syntax, you can talk to me. Okay. Today we will discuss the concept of exception handling in Python. Course outcome for unit 1 is same. After the end of this particular lecture, you can rate yourself that how much knowledge you have gained of programming with Python in business analytics. If I am not wrong, so you should remove this business analytics term from this CO, because in this particular unit we have already done what the Python program is, where we can use this particular programming language, or how we can write the syntax, how we can build the logics, and how we can use the concepts of the basics of programming within this Python while solving our problem. Problem may be your business analytics problem. Okay. At the end of this lecture, you will practice the syntax or the concept that we have already discussed in this whole unit. And after that, whatever the business analytical problems you can find, you just implement the concepts of Python programming to solve those business applications or business analytical problems. Okay. And if you find any problem, if you face any issue or you have any query, then you can talk to me. We will discuss and sort out your queries. Syllabus we have already done. You can see the syllabus of first unit: history, features, working with IPython notebook, installation Python, basic syntax, interactive styles, editing, saving and running a script. We have already done all the things. After that, we have discussed the concept of data types, variables, assignments, immutable variables, numerical variables, arithmetic and logical operators, and Boolean expressions. Okay. Short circuit evaluations, debugging, comments in program, understanding errors, catching exception using try and catch. Okay. This particular things is left, and I am covering this particular topic in this unit. Conditional statements we have already done: if else, nested if else. Looping we have done: for loop, while loop, nested while loop. Then control statements like break, continue and pass. We have already completed each and every concept of unit 1. Only one topic is left, and that is catching exceptions using try and except. Okay, we will discuss this one with this particular after the completion of this particular topic. Your unit 1 will be completed in every respect, and you will do the practicing at your own. If you have faced any problem, if you have any query, you can discuss with me. Okay, so let's start with the concept of exception handling. What is exception handling? Before proceeding to the lecture, I am telling you, for example, you have write a program. Okay, and the program does not contain any error. Even then, your program is not showing anything. No output will be there. For example, in that case, you can use the concept of exception handling. Exception handling is what? You just simply put the set of statements within the try block. On those statements, or for those statements, you want to monitor the error, or you want to monitor the exceptions. What kind of exceptions or errors are there? You just simply include all those set of statements within the try block. Okay, we will discuss these things. Okay, then we'll proceed. First of all, you all should know what is the difference between the errors and the exception. Till now, we have discussed while we are running the program, there may be the possibility of the error may come or error may not come. What are those errors? We have already discussed, we have already faced, we have already familiar this term, but this is the new term, that is exception. First of all, you all should know what exactly the difference between the error and exception is. Okay, difference between the error and exception. Listen, error can be handled while Python, exception can be handled at the runtime. Your errors cannot be handled. Okay, while Python, exception can be handled at the runtime. I am telling you, error, you can handle the errors, you can find the errors, but exceptions are those that can be generated at the runtime of the program. Now, what I am saying over here, error cannot be handled, while Python exception can be handled at the runtime. This is the first difference. Next one is, an error can be a syntactical error. You can say that parsing error, while there can be many type of exceptions that could occur during the execution and are not unconditionally inoperable. Okay. Next is, an error might indicate critical problem that a reasonable application should not try to catch, while an exception might indicate conditions that an application should try to catch. Okay. Error are a form of an unchecked exceptions. Basically, there are two types of exceptions are there. First one is checked exceptions. Second one is unchecked exceptions. What are checked and what are unchecked, we will discuss it later. But now you should know errors are a form of an unchecked exceptions. Unchecked exceptions are those exceptions that cannot be monitored, yeah, you can say that cannot be handled and are irrecoverable, like an out of memory error, which a programmer should not try to handle. Okay. As I have told you, there are two types of exceptions, checked and unchecked exceptions. Checked exceptions are those exceptions that can be checked. Okay, that can be controlled up to some extent, you can say that, but unchecked exceptions are those that cannot be handled or that cannot be controlled, and those are irrecoverable, like an, for example, out of memory error, and programmer should not try to handle such types of exceptions. Exception handling makes your code more robust. Robust is what? We have already discussed the features of Python programming language, and one of the important feature was robust. Now it says exception handling makes your code more robust and help prevent potentially failures of that cause your program to stop in an uncontrolled manner. So this is the difference between the error and the exceptions. Now you all should know what are errors and what are the exceptions, or what are the difference between both of them. Next one is, first of all, we will discuss error type. Okay, most of the cases, the types of the error will be of syntactical errors or semantic errors. We will discuss over here the syntax error. Syntax error is what? For example, there will be the indentation error. Indentation error will also be the example of your syntax error. For example, you open a braces, but you forgot to close that braces. That is what the syntax error. For example, you use a loop like for loop for I in range, and you will provide the range within the parenthesis, and after that there will be the column. There will column be there, and if you forget that column, that means that will be the syntactical error. So these all are the examples of, for example, simply while you provide the print statement, you simply write print for print p, while you will write the spelling of the print, you simply write p in caps. That will be the syntactical error. So I think you should know, you are in the position to understand what I am saying to you, what I am telling to you, that what is the syntax error. Syntax errors are often called as a parsing error, are predominantly caused when the parser detects a syntactic issue in your code. Out of memory error is what? Memory errors are mostly dependent on your system RAM and are related to heap. Okay, this is the data structure that we are using. If you have large objects or referenced object in memory, then you will see out of memory error. It can be caused due to various reasons. First one is using a 32-bit Python architecture. Maximum memory allocation given you is very low, between 2 GB to 4 GB. Next is loading a very large data file. running a machine learning, deep learning model and many more. So in that case, you will find the error, that is out of memory error. Next is indentation error. I have already told you about the indentation error is a kind of syntactical error. Is similar in spirit to the syntax error and falls under it. However, specific to the only indentation related issues in the script. Next one is recursion error. It is related to stack. Recursion is what we have already discussed this thing. Recursion in class I have already told you, it's a kind of function. Function means the function recursive function is the function that call itself repeatedly. It is related to stack. Stack is the data structure that we will use in recursion error. Okay. And occur when you call function. As the name suggests, recursion error transfer when too many methods, one side inside another, is executed. One with an infinite recursion which is limited by the size of the stack. Then we will proceed on to the exception. Exception is what? Even if the syntax of a statement or expression is correct, it may still cause an error when executed. And Python exceptions are errors that are detected during runtime, or you can say that during execution, and are not unconditionally fatal. You will soon learn in the tutorial how to handle them in the Python program. An exception object is created when a Python script is being executed and gives the exception. If the script explicitly does not handle the exception, the program will force to terminate abruptly. This is all about the exception, or in simple words or in layman language, you can say that exception is what? That are the runtime errors. Okay, and you know it very well. What are the difference between the errors and the exceptions? This is the diagram of exception handling. You simply run the code. Whatever the code you are being running will comes into the try block. Except is what? Execute the code when there is an exception. Okay. Else is what? No exception, run this code. And finally, always run this code. Within the finally block, each and everything, whether the exception is caught or not, whether the program contains the exception or not, finally block must be executed. Okay, if you are familiar with C, C++ or Java, where if you have studied the try catch block or the concept of exception handling, you knew it better, or you are familiar that finally block will be executed irrespective of the exception is occurred or not. Okay, this is the zero division error. This is the keyboard interrupts. This is the program. I am trying to write a program like try I input enter. Need to enter the input, and whatever you will enter, that will goes to the I. Okay, raise keyboard interrupt, then print I. Accept keyboard interrupt, then print keyboard interrupt exception caught. This is the syntax. Okay, for what? Keyboard interrupt. Now this is the program try. You just simply associate this set of lines with that set of lines. Try is what? This is the try block. Now I equal to input enter, a equal to 100 divided by 1000, 100 divided by 0. 100 divided by 0 means it will give the infinite answer. Anything which is to be divided by 0 will give the infinity. Print a. What it will print? The answer that is to be stored in a. But a will contain the infinite. That means it will accept zero division error. The print is what? Zero division exception raised. Else print success, no error. So this is what the zero division error is. Okay. Next is overflow error. This is the thing or the syntax. You can associate all these syntax with this one. Just simply focus over here. Try a equal to 10. This is the import maths. Print maths dot expression 1000. Simply a equal to 100, b equal to data camp. Assert a equal to b. Exception is what? Accept assertion error. Print assertion exception caught. Else success, no error. This is the assertion error. Okay, or you may call it as the overflow error. How it can be overflow? Anything it is to be divided by 0, resultant will be the infinity, and you are going to print that particular statement. In that case, it will give the overflow error, and that is the assertion error. Next is attribute error. Class attribute, this is object a equal to 2, then print a. Try object attributes, print object dot attribute, accept attribute error, print attribute exception raised. These are the import error. Import error are what? Whatever you have imported. Import error is raised when you try to import a module that does not exist. Module is not being existing and you are importing that module. In that case, what it will do? It is an attribute error. Okay, so you first, when you start import errors, when you start importing a particular module, first of all check whether the module is to be present or not. If the module is not available, then import error is raised when you will import or doing such types of module that does not exist in its standard path, or even when you make a typo in the module's name. Next one is lookup error. This is what the import error is. Next is lookup error. Lookup error act as a base class for the exception that occur when a key or index used on a mapping or sequence of its list or dictionaries is invalid or does not exist. Basically, there are two types of exception raised. First one is index error. Second one is key error. This is all about the key error and this is the index error. Key error is what? For example, you enclose some set of statements within the try block a equal to 1 colon a, 2 colon b, 3 colon c. This is what? This is the key value pairs. Print a4. A4 means what? A is an element and 4 is for your index. Accept lookup error. Lookup error is what? That is the explanation of that lookup error that we have previously studied in previous slide. This will throw the accept lookup error. Print is what? Key error exception raised. Key error is not present. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and it is talking about the index 4. So what it will print? Key error exception raised. Okay. Key error exception raised is what? It is not found in the dictionary, and in the dictionary we have already discussed that it will contain the key value pairs. Index error is what? When you are trying to access an index or a sequence of a list that does not exist in that list or is out of range, an index error is raised. Like A, B and C. Again you are asking print A index of 4. It will throw an exception. It will accept lookup error, print index error, exception raised, list indexing is not present. Else success or no error. This is all about the key error and index error. And I think this is the last one, name error. Name error is what? You just simply read this particular program. A equal to 5, B equal to data. Now you are addition of these two, A plus B. Is it possible 5 plus data? What it will give the answer? Okay. They throw the accept type of error. Type of error means what? How you can add 5 with data. Okay. You can't add 5 with data. So in that case, it will provide you the typo error. The type error is what? Accept type error, print type error exception raised. Else success, no error. This is all about the syntax of this one. Okay. This is all about the concept of exception handling. You can practice the concepts or the units that we have already done in whole unit. If you have any doubt, if you have any error, you can talk to me. Okay. And this is the final slide, that is value error. Value error is what? You simply write print float data. Accept value error. What about the value of this data? You are talking about the float, but you are providing the value into the parameter as the data, that is the string. So in that case, it will throw the value error. Value error could not convert string into float. Else success or no error. Okay. Everything has been done within this particular unit. You can do the practice for that. Okay. Now this is the custom error. Likewise, total marks, input, enter total marks code. Try number of sections, int input, enter number of sections. You are taking two parameters from the keyboards. First one is what? Enter total marks scored. Okay. And next one is total number of students. If number of sections is less than 1 means what? There is no input from anywhere. So it raised an unaccepted value errors. It will not be accepted. You are taking the number of sections, enter number of sections. You are taking about the intertotal marks scored. Okay, if marks scored is less than 0, if marks and number of section is less than 1, then what does it mean? It means it raise an unaccepted value error. Number of section cannot be less than 1. It accepts unaccepted value errors as E and then print received error E dot data. And this is all about the references. We have discussed these references so many times. Use the W3 schools and tutorial points. Okay, and refer these textbooks and reference books. Okay, have any issue, have any query, you can discuss with me. Okay, this is all about from my side. Thank you so much.